Good evening, Wildcats. We are here tonight with Hearthstone Battlegrounds Brawl. That is right. We are in week 5 of the Battlegrounds Brawl tournament. ACU is queuing up to get rolling as we speak. Tonight is a super special, exciting night, if you will, because we have just had a new patch drop that changed everything. Maybe not everything. It changed a lot of things. There's been a shift up in balance for several of the various archetypes that you'll see tonight. So pirates getting a nice buff. Always like to see more pirates in Hearthstone. It's always great. Mechs getting a little bit of a nerf tonight. Some of their key minions not quite as powerful as they used to be. Diablo getting a significant buff. So Diablo is one of those that have typically been avoided, but his special cards that he generates has been buffed, and so we might very well see the Lord of Terror himself raining down hellfire tonight on the Battlegrounds. Tonight we will be watching the Admiral and Yeet as they take on a handful of other teams. Specifically, they will be taking on the Big Brick City team, as well as Illini Pale Leaf and Illini Gray. Those are the teams competing against ACU Esports tonight in our Battlegrounds Brawl. If you've not joined us before, if you're not familiar with the particular format, Battlegrounds is a kind of auto-battler scenario. It looks like they are about to jump in, so you're actually going to get to see this firsthand here in just a moment. All right. Taking it right into the game here. We've got the Admiral with George the Fallen, Forest Warden Omu, Cookie the Cook, and Ragnar's Firelord as his options. Meanwhile, on the top, we have Yeet. I've got... Oh, no, we're watching the Admiral twice. That's why it's confusing. Let's switch that. I apologize for those difficulties. It did look very confusing there for a second, didn't it? This is what happens when you're doing things by yourself. All right, so we have the Admiral picking out Cookie the Cook. Cookie the Cook is a top-tier character that gets to throw 3 minions in a pot over the course of each turn, and after 3 are in, he gets to discover one from that course. It's really great for being able to long-term make sure that you're continually getting minions of the particular type that you're looking for. You see him chucking a dragon there in the pot. It's always good to put something in the pot just to be sure that when the time comes, you are able to discover something. You want to make sure every turn you're chucking something in the pot. Meanwhile, we've got Yeet on the great... what was his name? Akazamazera. We're just going to call him the Goblins and Wizard dude. His special thing you can see right here is discovering secrets. Secrets can make a world of a difference in Hearthstone, especially in Battlegrounds. Really, there's all sorts of things that can be really helpful every turn with those secrets. Initial blush here looks like we may be seeing the start of demons here for... Okay, so we got some... you can see those secret options there. So it looks like we might be seeing start of demons here for Yeet, which is exciting. We get a Elemental here for the Admiral. Now, that may or may not be indicative of what's going to happen long term. The reality is early on you very well may switch. That said, having 2 of these 1/3s that get buffed every time you drop a demon. That's a pretty good indicator that demons are going to be a long-term plan here. Oh, getting the third one right off the bat, that is huge. Especially since it's going to give you the opportunity to discover. It does mean that he's behind. He's not discovering anything, but getting an early golden Wrathweaver is huge. Absolutely wants to take advantage of that. It looks like he's going to go ahead. He wants to take advantage of that, but he also recognizes the need to tier up. So he's going to go ahead and tier up and likely freeze out this board so that he can hold on to it and grab it next turn, and then refresh and grab a demon, hopefully. That also ensures that when he drops the golden minion, he's going to get to discover a tier 3 minion instead of a tier 2 minion. Meanwhile, the Admiral looks like he might be thinking Murlocs today, which is exciting. So we do see Diablo there making his debut in Hearthstone here in the last month or so. The first time that a non-World of Warcraft character has been introduced. I accept, yeah. Go ahead and a pull of Old Murkai. Old Murkai is really great early on. Long term, you're probably going to want something else, but it's going to go ahead and also provide the buffs from the honcho there. Okay, so it's always good to grab something, even as opposed to nothing. So getting this 3-1 with the Blood Gem is useful, even though it's not a demon. We do see the Soul Juggler there that came off of that Discover, though. That's really nice as well. He's really in a great position for a really strong demon play here, so long as he can discover the demons. Now you'll notice here that both players, you may notice here that both players are actually going to be going against Diablo this round. That's because every 4 rounds, everybody fights Diablo. And if they beat Diablo, they get some special loot. If Diablo beats them, Diablo gets the special loot. That's how it works. We're going to see a win here. It doesn't actually take any damage off of Diablo. Nobody deals damage to Diablo. There is one player that is dealing damage to Diablo, but everyone else is not. But will take damage from Diablo if they lose. Yep, definitely a quick pull on the honcho there. Throw a Quillbore in the pot. So you can see the loot here, the Claws of Terror for Yeet, and the Hellfire Hooves for the Admiral. All right, we're just letting the clock run out as we go. Both players having some pretty solid starting hands here. We got some good Murloc build-up going on here. We've finally got a demon in play. It took us a little bit to actually get the demon going, but that demon is a taunt that's going to summon more demons that are going to die, and that are each of which are going to be soul juggled, so long as the Soul Juggler survives, which it doesn't. But still a win for looks like potentially both players here.
You're good at this.
All right. So there's a decision here for the Admiral. Does he go ahead and take the opportunity to tier up, or does he continue digging? He's going to continue digging. He does find the opportunity for a golden here. I think that's worth it. Go ahead and grab the golden Murkai, which will allow him to discover a tier 4 minion. Hopefully another Murloc. Meanwhile, we've got Yeet, who has managed to find himself
you're
another
moving
demon,
up in the
which is great. But not quite as many demons as he would have liked. It would be really great for Yeet to be able to find a handful of more demons here. Gonna take the jug to give a buff. Throw a Murloc in the pot though, which allows him to pull this Coalite Seer, which is really nice. That's gonna give a nice big health buff to those Murlocs. And I would expect a freeze here for that Rockfin potentially.
Keep up the momentum.
No freeze, that's fine. All right, another good, solid win here for the Admiral.
Avenge me!
So we see Murlocs and demons. So looks like Ticketus here has a nice combination of both Fleet and the Admiral going on. But ooh, there's gonna be a random demons. That secret pull from the owl. You can see the treasure there coming into play, creating a tie there for Yeet. Not really great options here from for the Admiral on this Discover. Ideally, you'd have liked to see some kind of Murloc, some kind of. So looking here, SI7 is really one of the things you're really looking for. Or King Bagurgle, either one would be great. Neither of which has shown their face. And Yeet deciding what he wants to do here. He does find another demon, which is good. He just needs to start playing demons. It would be really great if he could find himself a Catherineteer. Catherineteer is a demon, but it makes your hero immune, so he'll stop taking this chip damage from summoning these demons. I still think it's worth it to get these demons in play and start taking advantage of that Wrathweaver there. But it would be really nice to find a Catherineteer. When you're playing demons, your position in the pool, like in the order of things, is really deceiving because you're going to be taking lots of damage here. So we see the Admiral taking on the Ticketus here. Also going to come in with a nice win. And lethal here against the Shutterwalk. So you see Yeet taking first blood in this match.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
The Admiral digging here for some kind of Murlocs and just not finding what he's looking for. Similarly, Yeet just cannot get a hold of any demons to save his life. He's going to go ahead and drop a secret here. Auto Defense Matrix isn't bad. Neither is Avenge. Either of those good secrets to pull here. Snake Trap probably a little lost here. We do see. I like the pull of this Cold Light Seer here. I think that's worth it. Ideally, though, you probably want to sell like the Jug or the 2/2 to so that you can play the Cold Light Seer, then grab the triple, and then play it again. So you get an extra double of benefit from it.
I didn't like that one either.
So
Here's a goal for the trouble. Exactly what you were looking for.
And then he's going to get a Discover. Once again, he gets absolute garbage. I mean, might as well put something out. He is going to go ahead and freeze up so that he can grab that Primal Pin Lookout there, which I think will be really useful. Right. A 2 out of 3 chance here for the Admiral to take this victory. Not quite as perfect as previous may have been. Really, you're hoping for something to hit these soul jugglers. They're just destroying you. There you go. This is not looking great for the Admiral here. It's going to end up not taking that win. His first damage of the map, and now he knows what he's up against because he's going to be playing Diablo again. Really would like to. Ooh, the big Fernal here is nice. He's going to continue playing demons, and every time a demon is summoned, it's going to get +6 or +1/+1 permanently. None of these are bad. Looks like he went ahead and took the competitive spirit, so those are going to get +1/+1. That ice block's nice. It's going to hang out until he might go out, and then he's going to be saved. I think you do want to take the cold light again here. I'd sell the Discover, or pot the Discover. Why did he take the Molten Rock? I don't understand. That seems like a misplay.
You got this. Way ahead.
All right, we're not sure what the outcome here is going to be because of this secret in play. And it's likely that there are going to be extra demons at the end of this match. We do see things going a little better here with at least one of the Soul Eaters or Soul Jugglers going out early for the Admiral. Really nice to see. If we could just take out the other one, that'd be great. And there it goes. There's going to be one left. It's likely to summon 1 or 2 demons. It's going to be 2 random demons. That's still going to be a win for the Cook here. Under the Admiral, and that's what we like to see.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Okay, the Yeet here still looking for the demon that's going to make him stop taking damage, because he's at the point where it would be really nice to not be taking more damage. I think he does go ahead and sell like the 2/2 here, maybe the 3/3, because, and then pull the 2/4, drop it, and then drop the Imprisoner as well. Hoping for a triple on. Yeah, I think the Infernal is acceptable. I don't know about sticking it on the 5/5 there. We can go ahead and grab an Avenge there. Okay. Meanwhile, the Admiral on top does find a triple for the Swolefin, which is super exciting. That'll be really nice next turn. Almost worth grabbing and then going ahead and upgrading, because then you're getting into the SI7 territory. This is going to be a rough match here. It's about a 50% chance to lose, 20% chance on a tie, and 22 and 23% chance on tie and win. Said, all things are possible. There we go. So we do see the win here. That's really nice to grab.
Nice work out
And a
there.
win there
Keep
for
up the
Yeet as
pressure.
well. So we've already seen Shutterwalk and Diablo go out, which is nice to see. I think there's a snap pick here, obviously, of the Swolefin. Maybe not as snappy as I would have grabbed it. Starting to get in territory here with demons that you really would like to stop hurting yourself every time you summon a demon. But there's not much you can do about it. And it looks like there are lots of folks running demons that have pulled that Catherine Natir out of the pool, which is unfortunate. Now you'll notice here that like on the screen you'll see Yeet or the Admiral play, and then the other one starts playing. They are in a room together. They're going to be talking. They're going to be working things out. So they're going to be working together to make this help each other go through here. So they've got plenty of time between rounds. As I say that, they're hitting a rope here. The Murlocs need to get down to business. Triple Murazon's not bad. Go ahead and throw it in the pot. That was a nice quick turn there.
You've got this. You're way ahead.
All right. Oh, they were going against each other, so there was a lot of conversation there about how to make sure that they take as little damage from each other as possible. That's what was going on. This is balancing out fairly nice here. There's going to be some damage from these infernals, but it's not life-threatening yet.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
All right, that other Swolefin looks enticing. Though maybe you toss that in the pot and keep digging. You're going to get rid of this Murazond here. You're at tier 5, so it would be really nice to pick up an SI7 here somewhere. So he's going to toss that in the pot. Ooh, that's going to get him the SI7, which is exactly what I want. There's the Catherick Tenier that Yeet really would have liked to grab. I think you freeze off these Murlocs here. Or go ahead and grab one for the Discover. Yeah.
Good
I
tactical
don't mind
choice.
that at all. Grab the Colite Seer. Start buffing those health.
We'll take you down.
He's grabbing the War Leader there just in case he can grab a triple. I like that. Ooh, this is rough though. There is a 100% chance of a loss here, and a 94% lethal. Man, this elemental deck is not to be trifled with. Oh, and what's terrible there is that all of that damage comes right here, putting him farther down when he absolutely could have taken out most of those other folks. Needs to take note, though, of all of the ones that also went out there, so at the same
Wow,
time.
don't take it too hard. There are 8 players, but oh.
Going to transition over to just keeping an eye on Yeet, which we're going to want to make sure that we're grabbing the right thing. There we go. Okay, so it's just Yeet left in the fight. Man, that was rough. Those elementals just coming out of nowhere and taking him from first place to the last. Fortunately, we don't. Yeet is not going against that elemental deck just yet. Getting a taunt over here
Like that one either. Here's a gold
on
for the
the elementals.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Imp Mama is not. It's not a bad card here. It's actually can be kind of useful. The goal, ideally though, you want it to get buffed over time, but he has never found that. He's never found the thing that's made to make him invulnerable. So he's almost at the point where he cannot no longer summon any demons because he's just going to be taking damage, and that's not going to work. He can summon 3 more demons. He's got an 85% chance to win this particular round, taking a little bit of fun maybe out of the excitement, but there's always that 8%. Malcolm was kind of a weird pull there. Well, so it comes down to a tie. That was a 7% chance for that tie right there. It's not going to be a loss yet.
How's it going out
But now he's going against the elementals. Ah, this is rough. It's probably going to stick him in third. He's got to dig for the Cranathier or something, like, because he can't. He can play another demon or two, but only 2. That said, actually, I forgot we have a saving grace here. That ice block is still in play. So even if when he loses to the if he loses the elemental deck here, he's still likely to still be in it, which means that next round he's probably going to play against a ghost player, which is significantly more likely to beat. So he's got a good shot at second place here. Those elementals, though, are just super dangerous. There it is. There's the thing he's been looking for this entire time.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the
Now he's going to keep looking just in case he gets something. I mean, it might be worth going ahead. Well, no, he doesn't have the coins for it. So yeah, he's going to play the Cranathier.
Down a minion and up a gold.
And sell out, grab the Netherzine Overseer, stick it on the Imp Mama. I mean, that's noble, but there isn't going to be anything in this elemental battle that's not going to one-shot the 11-13. So yeah, this is a 100% loss. But that ice block is going to be really nice. Yeah, because otherwise, man, those 2 Master of Elements and like, this is a sick elemental deck. Fortunately, Yeet's still in it. Oh, and the other guy goes out to the ghost player. So, I don't know how you win this, Yeet. Maybe you discover another ice block and nope. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, the only way to beat out that elemental deck is if you were like Murlocs with everything poisonous. I think we're at an effort and futility at this point. But a good round, like, so far. I mean, it's nice seeing Yeet coming in second here tonight on this particular round. And the Admiral, not placing terribly. He's going to be in that 4th and 5th slot.
I think you can win this thing.
Yeah, and this is going to be game over. That 3-2 is not going to do anything special. Hey, he took out an elemental there. That is noble. All right. That's going to be it for round 1 as ACU taking 2nd, and then it's a 4th and 5th slot. So when you go out at the same time as another player, that gets reported, so that there's basically a tie for that slot, because no matter where you are and where it tells you went out, it's basically the same as going out at the same time. So I think that's a really great match for ACU. They are going to get queued up to play a 2nd round. So don't go away. Stick around. We'll be right back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds Brawl. All right, we are diving right back in here. And the Admiral with another round with the chef himself, the Cookie.
Hey, my favorite commander
And then
is back.
we've got
Ready to get started?
Yeet tonight playing Cthulhu. Cthulhu's special thing being at the end of the turn. For 2 gold, at the end of the turn, give a friendly minion +1/+1, and it will repeat for as many times as you've used it. It's really nice to continually use that throughout the match so that it continuously buffs up. As always, early game here. I'm going to go ahead. There's a little more to think about for the Admiral here. He's going to grab the Murloc and toss something else in the pool. It was really a matter of identifying which things went into the pool.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
All right. We just see a double upgrade here. I expect that other Murloc to go in that pool there. No, he's going to grab the Beast. He wants to keep his options open. So if I remember correctly, we got a Demon last time. We've got a Beast this time. it is really good early on to go ahead and vary up what you're throwing in the pot when you're playing Cookie, so that you, if you decide that you're switching or you get something really great in round 3, you have options open to you.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
All right, early matches processing.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Okay.
It's
We're going
good
to put the
get some
elemental out,
minions in
which
play.
gives him something that he can sell and sell again.
That one might make all the difference.
That was a nice, clever play, getting himself basically an extra minion by grabbing this elemental. And he's got a nice variety here.
Have a good battle, friend.
Okay. I'm going to have a nice, clean win. Well, they're fighting against each other, so of course it's a clean win. Unfortunately, it's also good amount of chip damage in on Yeet. I'm going to watch the Admiral here for just a second.
You're good at this.
That did not do what I... Oh, there we go. All right.
It's not the strongest, but
We
it'll
need to fix
fight
a small
hard.
technical issue going on here. Throwing an elemental in the pot. It looks like he may be thinking beasts, since he's got the hyena as well as the 2 guys that are really good with death rattles. So it looks like it's the Diablo round, so everyone's going to be fighting against Diablo. Somebody grabbed him. All right, I think we've got things fixed out. So we're going to transition this back here. And that is not... Oh, there we go. All right, weird things happening tonight. Yeah. We've got a nice wide board here for the Admiral, which is nice to see early on. It's not often that you get around 4 and you have a full board.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
This Diablo's got a nice spread himself, though. So we actually have a pretty low chance of a victory here for either of the players. Things are not starting off quite as well as the team might hope. It looks like
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you
the Admiral
makes you
gets round
strong.
2 after this. He's got to land somewhere here. Maybe he grabs the teacup because he's got a nice selection of Murloc's elemental and.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
It looks like he may be thinking Murlocs. Now the question is, what do you throw in the pot? Do you go ahead and throw the 3? Yeah, I think you do. Throw War Leader in the pot. We do see what looks like it might be shaping up to be elementals for Yeet. Things still panning out a little bit as they go.
I think you can win this thing.
unsure of the outcomes here. It looks like it's going to be a loss for Yeet here. And it looks like a loss as well for the Admiral. Each of them really waiting for their decks to shape out a little more.
The battle is really raging out there. It's not the
Gonna grab
strongest,
Murkai
but
here.
it'll fight hard.
Find me, he's got one last thing thrown in the pot, so he can grab basically a free Murloc here since he's got a Murloc in the pot. I would. So he's switching over to Murlocs. He's like, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and drop that. Get another War Leader in place. Go ahead, and he should go ahead and drop one of these things in a pool. He'll have to drop the Quillbore since it's the only thing with a type. But that will give him a free Murloc right now. The only reason not to do it would be as if he's waiting for next turn for some reason to tier. If he's waiting for next turn to tier up, and then hope to get something from the next tier. Still a fairly eclectic board for Yeet here. Not really landing on anything. He's got a demon, he's got a beast, he's got an elemental. He's it looks like he's trying to do some elementals, but nothing's really landing. He does have a 2 out of 3 chance of winning here. He does. Meanwhile, there's only a 15% chance of a win here for the Admiral. Going up against this other Murloc team that's just a little more well developed. Do see a win there for the Admiral, which is nice to see. Or for Yeet, which is nice to see. And the Admiral needs to remember he's got a Murloc available in his pool. So before this turns up, he needs to use it. Ooh, if Primal Flame Lookout's really nice, and get him another opportunity for Murloc. Swolfen, solid choice there. You're gonna sell something. I mean, the Felfin Navigator is the obvious choice. Give everything +1/+1, or give something else +1/+1. You're gonna need to sell something. Probably the 6/4.
You're down a minion and up a gold.
I mean, you got to cycle. Nothing super interesting. Right, these Murlocs finally starting to develop a little more. Hopefully it is not too late. We see Yeet's going to be going against this Sneed, which hasn't taken any damage yet. Maybe Yeet can be the first one to do so. Sneed, another really top tier hero at the moment.
You are not out of this yet.
Right. Both of them with a 99% chance to win their particular round. So making a solid play here. It's going to be a decent amount of damage there coming in from the Admiral. And a little bit of chip damage, taking the first pot shot here at this Sneed.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
Get another triple there. These aren't super great, but I think I'd take the Argus. Maybe drop it with the Swolfen. Ugh. And this is rough. Ooh, there we go. Drop the Argus, sell it, grab the Felfin Navigator. Or the Honcho. I think either one is reasonable. He's going to take the Honcho, and is he going to pot the... Yeah. So he's going to go ahead and drop the other one in the pot so that he's got it online. He's got 2 more that's going to have to go in for it to be useful, but... Meanwhile, the Yeet's freezing out a Major Domo. That's going to be huge. Major Domo is one of those big swing cards that makes a large difference. If you can get it, the earlier you can get it online, and turn 8 is not too late by any stretch of the imagination. What Major Domo will do is every turn, for every elemental that you play, it's going to provide your leftmost minion with +1/+1. I imagine he'll swap over either the Molten Rock or the Wind Fury minion to get those buffs. Finally, also making good use of the Cthulhu options there. Everyone playing against Diablo here. Diablo is doing pretty well now. Because there's a secret, there's no way of knowing for sure what our chances are, especially when that is likely to be summoned some random minions. So even if you take all of these out, there's a good chance. Ooh, big swipe there. Both players taking a good chunk of damage. But enough to go ahead and take out the first player. So there's first blood there from Diablo. It does look like they are going to be fighting against each other now. So it's going to be crucial that they communicate and try not to take each other out. They are both very low. They really want to ensure that they don't end up creating a scenario in which they take the other player out. The ideal situation here would be a tie of some sort. That light spawn could be potentially really useful, especially you're about to ideally tie out with someone. If you get that out, it provides a significant buff to your elementals long term. I would almost be willing to sell out this Imp Mother for that. It's weaker right now, but you'll want to be weak right now. See them talking and moving pieces around. We're going to see here. So it looks like there is a 32% chance that the Heat will straight up kill. Okay, that is the outcome we wanted to see there. That was well communicated. Whew. We see the brand falling out there as well. All right. We can throw a minion in a pot, which will give us guaranteed 2 Murlocs at the moment. The lookout, I think, is what you want. You can go ahead and sell the War Leader. He's looking for a triple, ideally, here, so that he doesn't have to sell something. He's looking for the 3rd Honcho. Ooh, I think you take the Swolefin. Swolefin is really nice, and especially if you can get a triple off of it. Meanwhile, we got a pretty significant elemental board here for Yeet. And that's going to be a pretty nice buff there from those major domos. I think you take the salt scale, right? Because there's a triple. Yeah.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
And then it doesn't matter. And I think you might even freeze this board so you can throw something in the pot.
Battle, friend.
Either way, we go into battle here. Unfortunately, that is going to be a loss. Straight up for lethal for the Admiral. A good chance for a loss here from Yeet, but he is only one quarter chance to go out, which that is enough. All right. Both players going out at the same time. So both players will come in with a 5-6 on that particular round.
Now, don't take it too hot.
That was kind of rough there, but I think overall decent plays across the board. They just had some rough time finding all the things that they needed, but I think they played well. In the meantime, thank you for joining us tonight. It's always great to cast these Battleground Brawls. It's an exciting game format, and we hope to continue it. We will not be having the Battleground Brawls next week, so if you want to enjoy your time with family and Thanksgiving, or whatever it is that you're going to be doing over the holidays, and we will be back in 2 weeks for our next Battleground Brawls. In the meantime, go Wildcats.